times more foreign nationals are unemployed now than when Tony Blair opened the floodgates in 1997. But the numbers are what really stand out. The universal credit bill, the annual bill to foreign nationals alone, we've estimated today, we have to estimate though and give us the real numbers, is minimum 10.8 billion, and it could be as high as 15 billion pounds per year. Have we lost the plot?
We have lost the plot, Martin. We've been consistently told over decades by politicians on the left and some on the right, the Conservative government was just as bad, that, you know, migration always has a positive impact on our economy, and we know now that it doesn't in a lot of cases. Nobody coming from a different country should be claiming universal credit. If they want to come, nobody wakes up in the morning in a foreign country and says, I want to go to the UK to make a positive impact. They come because they see something in our way of life which hopefully some want to embrace. They want to live by our rules and whatever. But at the end of that, Martin, there's always that massive carrot there, isn't there, to come to this country, which is financial reward. A lot of these people are coming from poor countries, they're earning poor wages in their own country. They'll probably earn poor wages in this country because many of them are unskilled, but they tap into the universal credit, which tops the wages up. They bring the children up, and they end up costing our state a fortune. It needs to stop. And, you know, at Reform UK, we say, if you're a foreign national, you're not going to get universal credit. It's as simple as that.
Matthew Stadlen.
So first of all, we've got to distinguish between people who are coming in because they have been invited into our country, so regular migration, and people who are coming in to seek asylum, some of whom will be economic migrants who want to work in this country, want to have a better deal than they are getting, say, in France at the moment. So there's an important distinction there. To start with, asylum seekers basically cannot access benefits for the most part. Their children might be able to, but asylum seekers can't.
Well, they get free houses, free hotels, free mobile phones,
do you want to stay
food.
with two blokes to a room in a
Well,
hotel on £7 a day?
Don't come in
I
the
don't
first
want to do
place.
that.
Illegal migrants cost the state £41,000 a year. And if you don't want to stop in a hotel room with another illegal migrant, then don't come here in the first place, stay in France.
The government's policy, you're one of your old parties, the Labour Party, the government's policy is to stop the boats, right? So that is the situation as things stand. On the question of people who have come here legally and invited into this country to make a contribution, or perhaps at times because they are a dependent, whatever it is, there are different ways people come to this country. At some point, if they are legally and reasonably here and they fall on bad times, or like any of us Brits, they become unemployed, whatever it is, we don't want them ending up on the street, do we?
No, we want what we want, Matthew, is for people, when they come to this country, is to work and make a positive contribution.
Agreed.
Once that time stops and you can't make a positive contribution to our country and pay into the coffers, I'm sorry, go home.
So you've been here let's say you've been here for a decade, 20 years, whatever it is, you've been paying into the system, you've been contributing, you've been a law-abiding member of the community, and you then, like anyone, like some of your constituents, become unemployed. You suddenly throw them out.
But these people we're talking about now, what Martin's just home. The people we're talking about now have not been in this country that long, Matthew. They see a particular way of life, a benefit culture in this country. They come, maybe they do a few hours work or whatever, and then they end up on universal credit. They end up working 16 hours a week. They're milking the system, and quite frankly, this is an insult to every hard-working British man and woman that gets up in the morning and puts a shift in. It's their money that they're sponging.
Are you talking about people who have come here because they've been invited to come here, or are you talking about people, for example, who are coming here on the boats?
Well, both.
But if you're an asylum seeker, you don't
Matthew,
have access.
An asylum seeker costs the state £41,000 a year. People in Ashfield,
trying to stop it,
people in Ashfield do not earn £41,000 a year. Their average age in Ashfield is about 28 grand. Some young lad coming over on a boat today will cost this state £41,000 a year.
If you've only got 5 MPs at the moment, because
we've got 4, Matthew.
I thought you got 5.
It's one. It's 4.
You don't know how many MPs you've got.
We've got
4. I thought you got 5 because you got a new MP, didn't you, in a by-election? So you got 5.
How many have we got, Martin?
You got 5. You don't know how many MPs you've got.
We've got me. We've got Sarah. We've got Nigel. We've got Richard. We've got 4, Matthew.
I thought you had 5.
You've got 4.
Let's get back to the argument.
However many MPs you've got, you're leading in the polls, aren't you?
Yes.
You're 10 points up, say, roughly, on Labour. So there is a chance, I still think an outside chance, that you could be in government in 4 years' time. In that horrendous scenario, Lee Anderson, what would you be doing in the real world when the buck stops with you and Martin Daubney is turning the heat on you because you are the Home Secretary? What are you doing for these boats?
Stop them.
How are you going to do that?
Around the same day.
You
Matthew,
know
we've
that's-
had this.
you know that is not going to happen.
We've
We've
had this argument many times. I've had this argument
and you
with
don't have the
Labour
answers.
MPs, with left-wing agitators like yourself. I've had this argument many times. It's time for this country to grow a backbone and do what they did in Australia. It's turn the boats back the same day. And if that means having to stand off with France, I've said this many times, then so what? Look, I do not want rapists and murderers and terrorists coming into our country, and we put them in four-star hotels.
And murderers and terrorists should.
They're coming into our country, Matthew.
In our country.
And people like you,
One at a time, gents.